the old Fig Garden neighborhood or district or what area, whatever you want to call it. And I find myself just coming back from a bike ride. And, I got to tell you, it's the air, everything about being back in California is so wonderful. The evenings are cool. The days, the days can be rather downright hot. Days can be well into the 90s or the hundreds, but there's no humidity, and that makes it nice. I went for a makes it nicer, I should say, or more tolerable. It's one thing to be in 80, 90-degree temperatures where the humidity is just very very oppressive, to being out here on the West Coast where there is essentially no humidity. But anyway, so I went for a rather nice bike ride today, and it was rather nice. I actually got out this morning, and it was cool enough that I could have worn like a really light windbreaker, but I opted to forego the windbreaker and just ride in the morning, in the coolness of the morning. But I got to tell you, I am really really appreciating the opportunity to not only stay here with Robert, who is just like one of you, one of my subscribers. Hey, he told me that if I called him a follower, that's the day that he'd stop. That's the day that he'd stop watching my videos. So, not a one. So anyway, it was nice to not only come and have the accommodations here at on his property, parking in his driveway, but to get to know him and his wife and his family. And you couldn't meet nicer people. You just could not meet nicer people. And they are they're I guess the best way to describe it, salt of the earth type folk. But right now I'm all the way back in the back of Robert's backyard, and I'll show you a little bit of it. I want to, of course, respect their privacy. I don't want to, other than tell you they're in Fresno. I don't want to be any more specific than that. But Robert's got some fruit trees growing back here. He's got some peaches growing. You can see. I think somewhere back here also he's got an orange tree. So he's got, I think, three or four different peach trees growing. I think maybe there's the fourth one that's just starting out. And you can always tell by the peaches because they've got the peaches have these type of leaves. And I don't know if you can see the little ladybugs here enjoying the California morning. Here you go. I always thought when a ladybug landed on you, if you caught it, you'd make a wish and let it go. But Robert's done some improvements back here as well. He's built several buildings, and here it looks like he has some garlic and maybe garlic or onion, one or the other. He's got some tomatoes growing, and just a really really nice place to catch my breath. After traveling for the better part of a month or something like that, to be able to just relax for a day, or not a day, 3 or 4 days rather. It's just such a welcome opportunity. Here you see a what's called a eucalyptus tree, and these are, I believe, native to the land of Oz, Australia. But they found their way here. I think seedlings found their way here in the hulls of ships on the west coast of the United States, and they pretty much just just took over. And it's you walk along you drive around certain parts of California and you just smell eucalyptus. And I don't see any koalas up there. Maybe Robert should get himself a pet koala. But anyway, so this is the rest of the backyard area here. And Robert is quite in addition to being quite the gentleman, Robert is quite the artist. If you go and you can look at his artwork, it's you would go to Robert Griffith, Griffith, Robert Griffith Art, robertgriffithart.com, and go look at his artwork. He is to say that he's quite the artist would be a bit of an understatement, for sure. You know, these I think that's his studio just over there, and maybe we'll get Robert on the video before my visit is through. My friend Amanda's arriving tomorrow from, well, I think she arrived last night, and she's in either LA or Fresno by this time, and I'm picking her up. I'm going to pick her up tomorrow, and her and I and Robert are going to go look at a couple nearby tourist attractions in the Fresno area. And actually, I see a light on in his studio. I don't think that Robert is up this early. It's a little bit after 7:30, but one never knows if he's in there or not. He is. Robert's in there. I don't know if he'll want to make an appearance on Tom TV. You want to be on Tom TV?
Sure, why not?
All right, there he is, the one and only Robert. So I was just telling everybody, aside from being quite the gentleman, you're quite the artist,
Well, I
right?
try.
So I was pointing people to your website. Can I show them your art?
Sure, show anything you want.
Look at this. Look at this art here. Do you have a favorite? Look at this. This is just beautiful.
That's Yosemite.
That's Yosemite.
Yeah, took that last fall.
Now you oftentimes you will take you'll take a picture, right? And then you draw something or you paint something from a picture.
Yeah.
And it can these are really nice.
Oh, thank you.
These are really, really nice. Look at that. Do you draw inspiration from any one particular artist or another?
Oh, there's a few. You know, I'm a big Van Gogh fan.
You are
Oh,
Vincent
yeah.
Van Gogh. Huh?
What?
Vincent
Yeah,
Van
Vincent
Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh. Have you been to where is his isn't his museum in
It's in Amsterdam.
his museum's in Amsterdam. Have you been to Amsterdam?
No, but we went to Italy about 2 months ago, and we were on a tour bus in Bari, Italy,
Uh-huh.
and looked, and I knew that there was this new exhibit that was out. It's called the Van Gogh Experience.
Uh-huh.
I think I have a brochure around here
Uh-huh.
about it. And we looked out the window of this tour bus, and there it was right there outside in a museum. And I said, "That's it. Stop the bus. We're
Wow.
going to spend the rest of the day there." And
Have you always been artistic?
No, well, for about 3 years I've been doing artwork.
For
Yeah.
about 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you're retired now.
Yes.
You're retired,
But I'm
and let
pursuing
me
this pretty full
let
time.
me turn this camera around.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we got us. Now we got us both. There he is. Robert's on Tom TV. But you grew up on a farm.
Right.
You're a farm boy,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And your dad raised is it called grew grapes
Yeah.
for
Grew grapes.
raisins.
For raisins, right.
For raisins. He would
Mhm.
sell them to what, like Sunmaid and.
Well, he was part of a co-op, and so then the process the raisins through the co-op, and then the co-op markets them.
You wouldn't know. You may or may not know the answer to this question, but why would somebody grow? Is growing grapes? I mean, you're going to grow grapes either for obviously for grape juice,
Mm-hmm.
for wine, or in this case for raisins, right?
Right. Yeah.
Is any one more? Are like some areas better suited to go grow grapes for wine and others for raisins, or is one more lucrative than the other? Do you
Well,
know?
you would raise them differently. You typically would choose a variety of grapes that matches the type of wine that you want to produce.
Uh-huh.
So it's not as easy as just choosing. Well, one year I'll raise them for wine, and the next year for raisins. So
Mhm.
he raised Thompson seedless,
Okay.
and those are primarily used for making raisins.
I'll be
Yeah.
darned. So you never had a shortage of raisins around the
No.
house? No. I gotta ask you. I mean, what did your wife say when you said, "Honey, I'm gonna bring this guy from YouTube and let him camp in my driveway"? Was there like a kind of like "what are you thinking" moment, or?
She trusts my judgment, and so you've met her, and she just said,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
Uh-huh.
I said, "He's a good guy. He seems to be. You
Okay.
haven't got out an axe or anything
I've
yet."
been here now, what, 2 nights? 3 nights?
Couple
Saturday,
nights.
Sunday?
Yeah.
So a couple nights, and I haven't gone crazy
You
on
haven't
you or
butchered anybody yet.
anything like that. I'm curious to know. I mean, you said I think you've subscribed to me. I told people you're not a follower, you're a subscriber. You've subscribed to me after finding me on a video searching for the Narrows
Right, in Utah.
Moab
Yeah, that's where you popped up. And
with Mercedes.
a lot of views, I think you mentioned later on, had like 50,000 views on that. But yeah, that was a really nice 20-minute walk through the Narrows, and
Uh-huh.
got piqued my interest. Thought,
Uh-huh.
who's this guy?
Am I the same guy? And am I the same guy in person that I am that comes to you on your computer screen every morning? Essentially I'm the same guy, right?
Well, you answered your own question.
Okay, I'm the same guy. Anyway, so tomorrow I was telling folks, maybe I can put this over here for a moment. May I put this here?
Oh yeah, sure. Good luck.
Okay. So maybe I can just rest that. There you go. So,
Oops,
okay, there
that's not the firmest.
we go. All right. So now we can get into the picture. So Fresno, a lot of people, when a lot of people think about Fresno, they think about it as a city that they drive through on the interstate, and they don't really become familiar with Fresno in the way that I have, staying with you these last couple of days, and I've referenced this is called the Old Fig Garden,
Right.
right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but was this an area that a gentleman bought? You said a gentleman bought a lot of acreage?
But tens of thousands of acres.
Tens of thousands of
About
acres.
around the 1880s, 1890s,
Okay.
and then planted it to figs, and then eventually started subdividing it, and this area, which is about a mile wide and 2 miles long, became a county island. In other words, Fresno over time grew out from downtown, grew around this neighborhood, and kept going.
Mhm.
But this still remains very much like you're in the country. I mean, sitting here now, you look out, you see trees, you don't hear any traffic. It's really almost like, I mean, we get foxes and raccoons and all kinds of things running through here.
You get foxes, huh? You could have a little.
Not that kind,
I was
Tom.
giving it. What do you mean not that kind, huh? That's a reference for Skip Smith.
Okay.
When I say foxes, Skip is going to be thinking, oh, yeah, well, anyway. But you get foxes around here?
Yeah,
You could, and maybe you should have a chicken coop.
there's one. The neighbors have one right behind us.
Do they have a
Yeah.
rooster?
They've had one, and then they get complaints, and they have him for dinner or something.
But
But
back
no,
here-
they've got chickens laying eggs back
You've
there.
got enough room back here that you could have a chicken coop, and you could have, you could probably have a couple goats. You know? You could have maybe
That might be a little disruptive.
maybe a pot-bellied pig, you know?
We're not that far out in the country.
Anyway, but how far would I have to go if I wanted to find a fig tree?
Oh, they're right in this neighborhood.
They are.
In 5 minutes, I could walk you up to a couple of them and show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so tomorrow we're gonna pick up my friend Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda is from Mexico City. Okay, wonderful lady. She's traveled. I've never met her in person. She is a subscriber, such as yourself, and Amanda has been subscribing for years. And the thing that I appreciate about Amanda is she's a very independent type. She travels the world. She's a very, very well-traveled lady, and she's gonna join us tomorrow before her and I head out. I don't know whether she's gonna tell me to head north to Yosemite or south to Paso Robles. But there was a place or a couple places here in Fresno that you thought might be good to share with people out there on YouTube. What were they?
One's called Forestier Gardens, which is Forestier.
Steer?
Yeah.
Like
No, it's gosh, I don't know if that's French or Italian, but it's
Forester.
Forest. No.
How do you spell it?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
Forestier Gardens,
Forestier
but it's
Gardens.
an underground home. A gentleman farmer dug out for himself, 100 years ago.
He dug a home
Down into
into
the ground. So it has gardens and that grow in there. It stays cool in the summer and
it's open to the public.
It's for a fee. Yeah.
Okay.
We would go on a tour.
Okay. And there was another place?
Oh, the world famous chuck wagon in Sanger.
Yeah, the chili dogs.
World famous chili dogs. Foot-long chili dogs.
So we're gonna go and get a chili dog, right? Or how often?
There's a lot more to see than that.
How often you go get the chili dog?
Oh, every couple of months.
Every couple of months, huh? All right. Anyway, all right, folks. So that's about it for Tom TV. I can't thank you enough. I've thanked you.
It's fun.
Quite a few times for the accommodations.
I've been about people my whole life with my occupation, and I've been in education and coaching, and I've always been around people, and so it's always nice to meet new people. And when you were coming through, we said, "Hey, you need a place to stay."
Yeah, thank you. Go online. For those of you out there, go to Robert Griffith Art, GRIFFITH, right? RobertGriffithArt.com. And what was the keyword we said? The keyword, save Tom saves or something? No, I'm just teasing. Robert. I was telling him that I was going to promote his art website and use the keyword save or something. Don't they do that?
Oh, I see. Yeah,
They do that on radio stations.
Tom saves, and
you'll
save
get
2%.
And he'll send you a free little. He'll send you an autographed little paintbrush. Just a little tiny autographed little paintbrush or something like that when you order one of his paintings. Boy, you know what? It would mean the world to me if somebody out there would think to go on your website from this video and purchase one of your. Are all of these on there?
No, I've got about 10 or 15 on there right now.
And when you put them on the website, what do? You scan them?
Photograph them and then Photoshop to get them cut the right size and everything, and so that at least somewhat closely resemble the original, and then upload them on there.
Fantastic. I wonder how many thumbs up and thumbs down we're going to get.
All thumbs up.
Have you ever given me a thumbs down?
You like to put people on the spot. I think it's fair to say we don't always agree with everyone we talk to. Right?
All right. Well, there you go. That's all right.
How's that for a political answer?
All right. Everybody have a great day. Thank you, Mr. Griffith.
You bet.
All right. Bye-bye.